I cashed out of a 401k and I bet on myself. Now, I don't suggest everybody do that. I am Dr. Nichole Thompson. I am the president and owner of Gateway Solutions, which is a full-service consulting firm. We work with cities, municipalities, public-private partnerships, and we come in, provide our services. Currently, I serve as the project director for SBOSS, which is the City of Montgomery Small Business One-Stop Shop. Because what it is literally a centralized hub for all things small business. So whether you are scaling your business, whether you are in the incubation stage, if you have an idea, it has been the mayor's vision and other leaders in this community that business is not hard. So we are that place that we really want to be your first stop. But if you are thinking that you want to start this restaurant, we don't want you to go through the failures or the hard pits of making decisions without a support system. So we are a support system. We can guide you, direct you, and we operate from what we call a somewhat of a medical kind of lens, meaning you come in as the patient, we talk to you, ask a series of questions, and then give you a prescription. That prescription may be, this is a solid business plan, but you need to beef up your marketing. And this is a marketing class that we're offering. So that is what I do for the small business office. So someone said that women are always at the forefront of movements or change. I like to say that women have always been the architects of it. And so the architects are the ones that build and form. So whether that has been politics, history, business, the women have always empowered movements. Dr. Lee Levine, who I have to mention as I sit in this Troy studio, she was one of my professors when I was working on a master's at Troy. And she said, I see brilliance in you and you need a doctorate degree. And at the time, I was somewhat of a young mom, and I didn't think I could do that with children and obtain a doctorate degree, but she was there with me every step of the way, and then was there when I was hooded as well. So there have always been women that have championed for me, and I'm so committed to empowering other young women as they're on their journeys. I will say, find you somebody that, or find you a woman that is already leading, and don't ask can she be your mentor. I really don't like that question. Mentorship can look like modeling. And so I believe that you can model your path by looking at her journey. But also you have to become a servant before you can be a leader. And so where are you serving? And then when you serve well long enough, they're going to ask you to lead. So some people think you can lead first without being, a servant. And I totally oppose that. You have to be a servant first. And that looks like servant leadership. Go for it. Go for it. I don't ascribe to do it scared. I mean, just do it. There are always feel it and then do it. But do it in a way that shows intentionality. So of course, do your research, get your strategic plan, but there'll never be a perfect moment. There are moments that are better than others. I've heard people say, I'm waiting on this perfect moment. It doesn't exist. You'll always have some kids, whether they're 10 or 20, they still will want mom at some point. Financially, it may be, better opportunity at certain points in your life. But if I'm honest with you, I worked in banking for many years and had the opportunity to open my first business 25 years ago this year. It was 25 years. I cashed out of a 401k and I bet on myself. Now, I don't suggest everybody do that, but it was a risky decision, but I am always going to bet on myself and my ideas. But that's because I know I'm solid and I know that I have done the research, I have vetted, I have 9 times out of 10 found a woman that has done it before me, and I'm watching how she did it. And I'm modeling my business or my idea after something that I've already seen done before. There are times that you're the modeler. So be prepared for those moments as well. If you come to my office on South Perry Street, when you walk in the back door, there is a wow wall. And there's this black wall that has 3 rows of 8 by 10 photos of women. And we call it the Wall of Women. And as soon as I walk in the door, I see the Wall of Women. So Women's History Month means to me honoring women at a higher level, being more conscious, nodding to the women that have gone before me, the women that impact me on a daily basis. There are some phenomenal women in this community, and it is truly an honor to be among them, but it brings consciousness to honor women and the work that they do, the sacrifices. At the end of the day, we know that women are running households, they're running companies, they are running institutions. And not to say that men are not, because they are, but the burden is often on women. It's a little bit heavier. So I think buy a woman lunch, send them a nice note. Those are the type things that I try to do during Women's History Month. And it's not just the women that were before us, women right now. The mom that's working 2 jobs. You know, the young woman that I see in school by day and working part-time, furnishing the things that she needs for her own life. She's making history right now. She may be the first in her lineage to do of such. So during Women's History Month, I really try to be intentional and honor women and do something kind for women, to just say, I see you, I respect you, and you're doing an amazing job. So it's a call to consciousness time.